For you, separate good morning, special good morning. Can you check your audio and video settings, online students? Everyone, please respond in the chat box. Am I audible, online students? Am I visible? Am I loud and clear? Super. Okay. First of all, let me talk about basic information about our course. What's your batch code? 717. You may forget your name, but you should not forget this batch code. Fine. Here is what? Intro. That's fine. Right. What's our course title, guys? Spring Boot and Microservice. Though Spring is not there, we start our course with the Spring framework. Then we get into Spring Boot. And using Spring Boot, we develop various types of application. Lastly, we learn microservice architecture and we develop microservice architecture application using Spring Boot. So our main framework, what we are learning here is what? Spring Boot. But we cannot directly jump into Spring Boot. We'll start with the Spring. From there, we'll jump into what? Spring Boot. Okay, duration 110 sessions to 120 sessions. Weekly 6 to 7 sessions will happen. Timings is 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. In future, I may change the timings to 7:20, 7:15 if requirement is there. Okay. Course fee 7K INR without recordings, 12K INR with recording. Yeah, initially you will get course material through FB group, Facebook group. Once all registration formalities are completed, you will get the course material through Google Drive. So lot of notes, whatever applications I develop, whatever material I prepared, whatever documents I give, whatever reference material I want you people to study, everything will be shared. Nothing will be hidden from you. Okay. And it's online and offline, guys. Okay. If you can come to Amirpet, you can attend this one as offline course. If you cannot come, it can continue as what? Online. Prerequisite. Strong core Java knowledge is required. Complete OOPS knowledge is required. Exception handling knowledge is required. Java 8 features are required. Collection framework is required. Sir, my IO stream is going on. Fine. You can continue that course and this course parallelly. My Java 8 features are going on. No problem. You can do that course and this course parallelly. But before coming to this place, core Java, OOPS knowledge strongly required. Exception handling knowledge also strongly required. Remaining topics I will learn parallelly. Yes, no problem. What about advanced Java, sir? Complete knowledge of advanced Java immediately not required. JDBC basic, SQL basics are sufficient. Remaining topics you can do parallelly with this course. Clear? Super. Right, guys? Recording is for how many days? I think 6 months to 8 months validity will be there for recordings. Fine. Okay. Now let's get into the subject, boss. Okay. Yeah, I will send the admin details. Still, admin is not decided, it seems. Very soon I will send the admin details. Fine. Online students, current topic related queries you put in the chat box. Remaining all your personal queries or career related queries, I will take at the end of the session. I will answer last student query, then I will wind up the meeting. So if anything related to current topic, that too after holding that query for 5 to 10 minutes in your brain, After that also, if I am not presenting the subject in the angle you want, then only put that query in the chat box. If I am, after seeing that query, if I feel it is not related to current topic, if I am ignoring, don't place the query again and again. Write it on a paper, hold it in your brain, and please ask at the end of the session. Because we have to conduct these classes smoothly, neatly, because you should not disturb my flow of teaching. I should not disturb your flow of learning. So for that one, more and more cooperation is required from online student. I know you are quite excited and you are always ready to type something in chat box. So try to get some discipline on the chat box. Use wisely. I'm not saying don't use it. Use wisely. But you should always use chat box whenever I ask the question. Yes, sir. No, sir. I raise a lot of queries during the subject discussion. There you should be active. Clear? I hope. Online students, are we good to go? Fine. Everyone in online, please respond. I just want to check how many people are in active mode. What is the sum of 33 plus 66? Everyone please respond. What is the sum of 33 plus 66? I know that. Everyone please respond. Sum of 33 plus 66. That's great. All are in active mode. Okay. Right, guys. '89. Those are saying 89. Please go to washroom, wash your face and come back. Okay, guys. About the course content. About the course content. Yeah, first we'll see intro to the course, guys, as usually, as we are discussing now. There will be 1-2 sessions on introduction to course. Here, there we talk about who needs this course, what is the importance of this course. Yesterday, what is the difference between Java developer and full stack Java developer, lot of things, how to show gap as experience, what is the advantages of showing gap as experience, lot of things we discussed yesterday, right? Okay, guys, later we'll get into Spring Core module. As part of Spring Core module, listen carefully, we don't learn application development. We try to habituate with the Spring programming. It is like a core Java of Spring. In core Java, are you seriously developing application? No, you're habituating yourself towards the syntax of the Java programming language, towards the semantics of the Java programming language. What are the key components of programming in Java language? Class, object, interface, abstract class. We are knowing about them and we are habituating their syntaxes. We are understanding their way of utilization, right? So real application development starts from where, guys? Advanced Java, where we learn set of technologies, right? JDBC application to talk to database software and to perform insert, update, delete, select operation on DB table records, right, guys? Yes, similarly, Spring and Spring Boot frameworks are given as collection of modules. Why, sir? They can release as a single unit. Now, why they are giving as collection of module? Sir, tell me how many modules are there? 25 plus modules are there. How many? Some of them are outdated, some of them are doing well, some of them are recently outdated, some of them are long back outdated. New modules are coming, old modules are going. 25 plus modules are there. So what is need of giving any software in the form of module? They can give as a single unit. You look at Java programming language. Did they give as modules? No. Single software, that is JDK, right? But when you look at the Spring framework, guys, you won't get single jar representing all the modules. You will get different jar representing different modules. What is need of that? Modules allow us modularity. Suppose I am developing X project. Is it compulsory I will use all the modules? I will use entire Spring Boot? Not possible, right? Total how many modules are 25 plus module? If all modules are given as a single unit, so representing this single unit, single jar is required. Representing the single unit related libraries, single jar is required. In this single jar, so much content will be there, so many packages, classes, interfaces. In that one, let us assume I am using only 5% of the code in my X project, right? Remaining 95% unnecessarily I am bearing it as a heavy weight or not. That's why what they have done. You are not responding, your answers are my fuel. If you don't respond, class won't go further. Until you say SR, SR, I will be repeating the same topic. Please, everyone, all newcomers, please join. You are in right place. Yesterday, just introduction happened. Admin will provide the backup video. You can happily continue from today. Not a problem. At the end of the session, I will give backup video of yesterday's class. Okay, now listen. Yeah, I was explaining why Spring and Spring Boot frameworks are given as modules. Suppose in my X project, I am using only 2-3 features of Spring. I will add modules related to 2-3 features. So like this, I can reduce the size of the project or not. That is the reason Spring and Spring Boot frameworks are given in the form of what? Modules. 25 plus modules are there. In this core module, which is base module for all other module, we are going to learn concept related to Spring programming, fundamentals related to Spring programming. How in core Java we learn class, object, interface, abstract class, annotation. This kind of fundamentals of programming we learn now, boss. Here also, we learn some fundamentals like IOC container, Spring Bean, dependency injection, dependency lookup. Some terminologies are there. We are going to learn those things. Clear? So this module is not for real application development, projects development, not for website development, not for mobile applications development. Come on. It is only to get into Spring programming practices. Clear, guys? Come on. Super, guys. Okay. Yeah, I am Mr. Natras. Okay. I'm going to take this batch. I don't know what information you got. Yeah, tell me, guys. Spring Boot is equal to Spring Plus Plus. Spring Boot is a framework that is extending from what? Spring framework. Okay, if you feel Spring is a small circle, guys. What is this? Small circle. And you will be having Spring Boot as what? Big circle. So don't say Spring is outdated. Spring Boot is internally using Spring. Can you say Spring is outdated? It is not outdated. Its direct utilization is reduced and indirect utilization is increased through what? Spring Boot. Why boot words are? It is inspired from Robo. Robo. What Robo specialty, guys? Many things it will do on its own. It has got self-intelligence. Come on. In Spring Boot, a lot of things happens automatically. You add jars and connectivity with the database will happen automatically. You need not to write the code. Like this, lot of facilities are automatically happening based on the setup we create in the project. That's why they named it as what? Spring Boot, which is the extension module of what? Spring Framework. Okay, guys. Spring Boot frameworks are given as the What is this? Collection of modules. What guys? Collection of module. Array, both are frameworks, right? Both are there for application development. In Spring, less simplification of application development is possible. In Spring Boot, more simplification of application development is possible. As a layman, I will tell after learning Spring Boot technically, then I will compare technical differences between what Spring and Spring Boot. As on today, you remember one thing. Using Spring, if I develop the project, let us assume I am writing 6,000 lines of code. Using Spring Boot, if I write the same project, if I develop the same project, I will be writing 2,500 to 3,000 lines of code. Why? Because most of the things will happen internally. Got it now? Lot of ready-made configurations are there. You just need to activate them so that no need of doing code from what? Scratch level more and more. For the timing, you remember this difference as a layman difference. Technical differences, first of all, you have to do journey in Spring. Then we have to do journey in what? Spring Boot. Then only we can go for what? Technical comparisons. Right now, boss? Okay, collection of modules. Okay, 25 plus modules are given. Okay, are given. What is there for modularity? That means we can use only those modules in the project development that are required. Okay, guys. Example modules are, what is that? Core, AOP, JWE, MVC, security. Come on, guys. Cloud, mm, batch processing, that is called batch. Understanding my statement, guys? Like this, so many modules are there. ORM, data JPA, JDBC, and etc. Lot of modules are there. You can choose only those modules in which we are interested. Okay, one more point, guys. All these modules related, what guys? Modules related libraries. What do you mean by libraries, guys? Packages. If you want to do core Java application development, I need to use JDK libraries, java.lang package classes, java.util package classes. Technically, that is called API. What is that? But API is a technical word. But in a simple manner, can we call it as a library? In a simple manner, can I call it as a library, guys? Come on, everyone. All these module related libraries. Okay, libraries also called as APIs are given in the form of jar files. What guys? So we can add only those jar files. What guys? We can add only those jar files to the project. Okay, based on the modules we are using in the project development. I hope you understood, guys. All right, listen. Without library, no application development is possible. Can I develop JDBC application without using JDBC API? JDBC libraries? Nothing but java.sql package, javax.sql package, guys. Can I develop servlet component or servlet based web application without using servlet libraries? Without using servlet API? Can I develop collection framework based application without using collection API? Collection libraries? Nothing but java.util and its sub packages. So everywhere libraries are required or not required. Total 3 types of libraries will be there. Or 3 types of APIs will be there. Number 1, predefined libraries. Along with the language technology framework, we get it. Okay, today don't think much about. Language means raw material. Only 10% ready-made facilities, 90% should be developed by the programmer. That's why I'm comparing with what? Raw materials. Rice granules and wheat granule. Technologies are semi-finished product. 30 to 40% they give as ready-made one. 60 to 70% we should develop. That's why I'm comparing them with what, guys? Okay. Rice powder and wheat powder. Atta. Clear? Semi-finished. Frameworks are what? Fully finished. Almost 80% is readily available. Last 20% you have to develop on your own. That's why I'm comparing with what? Fully finished product. Examples are what? Baba noodles and Maggi noodles, right? Yes, they also have given this statement. Technically, I will launch framework separately. Technically, I will launch what is language. Technically, I will launch what is technology. Technically, I will launch what? What is framework? Next class onwards. Our target is not to learn Spring directly. Our target is what? First, you have to learn what is language, what is technology, what is framework, why frameworks are popular. Then we will get into Spring programming. You take language, you take technology, you take what? Framework. There will be 3 types of libraries or APIs. Predefined libraries given by language, given by technology, given by what? Framework. User-defined APIs developed by the programmer. Your own packages having your own classes, right? Third-party libraries not given by programmer, not given by whom? Language or technology or framework creator. These are technically called software vendors. What, guys? The people who creates and release softwares to the market are called software vendor. They could be database software. They could be what? Languages, technologies, framework, tools, X, Y, Z. Anything that is created and released in the form of software by a company is called software vendor company. Or a food vendor. Prepares and releases food, right? IKEA is a furniture vendor. You know IKEA? Infosys is a software vendor. Microsoft is a software vendor. Oracle Corporation is a software vendor. Okay, Amoga is there na, where you take a lot of chai every day. Don't drink that chai much. He's mixing dog bones powder in that for getting extra taste. Okay, don't take that chai much, it will disturb your health. Fine. So Amoga, can I call it as a food vendor? Come on, my dear. Super. So I hope you understood my statement, guys. Right. What is API? Application Programming Interface. Application Programming Interface. Okay, now listen carefully, guys. Here the word interface is nowhere related to Java interface. The word interface is used having English meaning. What meaning? C language interfaces are there. C++ interfaces are there. But still there is a word called API, C language APIs, C++ APIs. That means they have not used the word API, interface in API, having Java technical meaning. They have used having what meaning? English meaning, basic English meaning. Interface means platform, base. Application Programming Interface, base for application programming. That's the meaning of it. Don't you think predefined APIs given by JDK are not the base to develop the core Java application? JDBC API is not the base for developing JDBC applications. Servlet API is not the base for what? Don't you think it is the base for what? Developing servlet based applications, guys. Come on. Spring APIs are base for developing Spring applications, na boss. Spring Boot APIs are base for developing Spring Boot applications or not, guys. So that's why the word interface in API is not having technical interface meaning. It is having what? English meaning. Somehow the same word they have used in what? Java also having some technical meaning. Clear, boss? I know these many days you studied about API. You never worried about interface meaning. So here what? Base or what is that? Platform or okay. It provides base for the programmers, okay, for application or project development. Super, guys. Now tell me, API in Java comes in the form of, right? In the form of Java packages. What, guys? Java package having classes, interfaces, enums and annotations. Enums and annotations. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Okay. 3 types of APIs. Madam, stop writing notes. I will give with you. I'll definitely give. Use your brain to listen, analyze, register. Okay? Give work to brain, not to the hand. Please. Anyone parallelly writing notes, stop doing it. Everything will be shared. What I speak, 90% will be typed and that will be shared with you. Don't worry. Fine. 3 types of APIs. What are those, guys? Predefined. APIs are libraries. What is there, guys? Predefined APIs. Next, user-defined APIs. Next, third-party APIs. First, we try to develop the application using predefined API. Not sufficient. We try to develop our own packages, classes, user-defined API. Still not sufficient. And we don't have time to develop everything user-defined. In the internet, we found something readily available. Free, download and use. Paid, pay the amount, download and use. Clear, my dear? Super. Okay. But this is not our main topic. Our main topic is what? We are learning various modules. We want to give various topic that we are going to learn as part of our course. From there, we deviated to what? Spring Boot and APIs. Let's come back to the original one. Yes. Spring core module we are going to learn, guys. Here, basics of Spring programming we are going to study, guys. Okay, what we are going to learn? Basics of Spring programming. Okay. After this, we are going to study Spring Boot core. Okay, today all these things look like a Greek Latin terminology because new terminology. Just habituate with the terminology, don't worry about technicalities, right? Everything I'll try to explain as a layman only. I'll assume you don't know anything about technicalities. I will explain through layman. Fine. How we are learning basics of Spring programming. When we move to Spring Boot, which is extension of Spring, we have to understand basics of Spring Boot programming or not. And I already said core module is base module for all modules, guys. What is the interesting, module names are common for Spring and Spring Boot. If it is used in Spring style, Spring module. If it is used in Spring Boot style, Spring Boot module. For example, you take MVC module, which is there to develop the website. I used that module in Spring style, enjoying a less simplification, right? Then what? Spring MVC style of web application development. Now I used that module in Spring Boot style, enjoying more and more simplification of application development. So then it is called what? Spring Boot MVC. Core module in Spring style, Spring Core. Core module learning in Spring Boot style, Spring Boot. Sir, which one we should learn, sir? In the market trend is what? Spring Boot only. Sir, why don't you learn directly? Why don't you teach directly Spring Boot, guys? Not possible. That's why we are beginning with what? Spring Core module, understanding fundamentals there. Then we are coming to what? Spring Boot Core mod. Once that is over, remaining all modules, including microservices, we are going to learn in Spring Boot style only. Clear, my dear? In fact, I can say one thing. Spring Core module purely we are learning for the sake of interview, not for the sake of survival of the job or to work on the projects after joining in the company. Last 5-6 years onwards, no one is getting projects on Spring directly. Everyone getting projects on what? Spring Boot. But can we jump into directly Spring Boot? No. We have to understand basics of programming in Spring. From there, we'll get into Spring Boot. That's why we'll start with the Spring and we jump into what? Spring Boot. And all kinds of modules we are going to learn which style? Spring Boot style. I hope you got the clarity, my dear. Super. Okay. Next, Spring Boot Data JPA. Okay. Yeah, here what we are going to learn, guys. Basics of what is there? Spring Boot program. What we are going to learn? Basics of Spring Boot programming. Clear, guys? Spring Boot Data JPA. What's the purpose of this module? This module is given to interact with the database software and to perform CRUD operation. CRUD operations means what? Insert, update, delete operation on SQL database software. Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, where we can send and execute SQL queries. They are called what? SQL database software. So SQL means NoSQL also there. Huh? Yes, in the market nowadays, from last 5-6 years, one more terminology becoming popular in databases, that is NoSQL database software. MongoDB, Cassandra, Neo4j, Couchbase, all these are what? NoSQL, no SQL queries. They have their own mechanism of managing data. So Spring Boot Data JPA is there to interact with SQL database software or all types of database software. I am asking question, my dears. Only to interact with the SQL database software mechanism is there in what? Spring Boot Data JPA. Is that clear, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, guys. To perform, what is there? CRUD operations. What operations? On SQL DBs. What do you mean by CRUD, sir? C for create, inserting record. U for update, modifying record. R for read, selecting record. D for delete, deleting record. We Indians say CRUD operations because we know what is CRUD. Yes, no, no. Because in our food culture, curd is there, right? But as a foreigner, they never say curd, guys, because for them it is a magical item, okay? That's why they use crude operations. What operations? Crude means crude oil, crude is there, na boss. Crude oil, crude is there, na crude operation. I'll tell the experience my friend had in US, right? Okay, friend gone to US, met local non-Indian friend. in the University of Water. Okay. One day that local guy, US citizen guy, taken him to one ice cream parlor saying that take this is ice cream. It's very crazy item in US, healthy ice cream. What ice cream? Okay, this guy also excited. Oh, healthy ice cream in India, I did not eat. I have to eat. So 2 plates came. Okay, 2 cups or plates, whatever it is. He tasted, mango flavor came. Again tasted, mango flavor curd came into. Mango flavor curd. Are flavored curds are there nowadays, you know? In India also they started coming. Yes, na boss. This incident happened 6, 7 years back. After eating third bite, he realized, are this fellow making me fool? I'm eating curd only. Then opposite person started saying, you know, this company is great company. They got patent rights on this technology. Are what technology, ra Babu? Every mother of my India knows this. Yes or no, na? Patent rights. He's using big, big words. After listening for 10 minutes, this fellow Indian said to that foreigner, okay, every mother of India knows this technology. Okay, very simple formula. Make the milk sleep whole night. Next day morning it becomes tight. That is nothing but your ice cream. Yes or no, na? Fine. Okay, they technically call it as a yogurt. They named it what? Yogurt ice creams. What is that? You go and search in the US websites or US online shopping website. Yogurt ice cream means big, big prices they will sell. Still that is there because they don't know how to make curd. That's the problem. Okay, guys. Tell me next one. Spring data. Spring Boot data MongoDB. What is this? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Choboni multi-billion dollar yogurt company. Yeah? Fine. Okay. To perform code operations. What is there? On NoSQL. I'll explain one day when I launch this module why we should go for NoSQL database software. I will tell. Array, attributes are not fixed. Schema is not fixed. Time to time data changing, attributes are changing. Now your SQL databases won't work. In SQL database, what happened? One table, columns. Every time that column data should be repeated, right? Suppose I have taken employee with 30 columns. Max to max, every time how many details I can give? 30. Every employee should have only those 30 details, na? Second employee want to have 40 details. Possible? Third employee want to give only 10 details. Still memory wasted for remaining 20 columns. That means we expect all employees should have same attributes. That works for employee boss belonging to one organization. Think about e-commerce website. Product details I want to save. All products will have same attributes. Cosmetic products, cosmetic attributes will be there, right? Electronic product, electronic attributes will be there. Within electronic, mobile will have different attributes, TV will have different attributes. Can I think about storing such data in one table of SQL database software, guys? Is it really possible? That time, NoSQL database software comes into picture. Every information can have dynamic attributes. Attribute means what? Information. ENO one attribute, ename one attribute kind of thing. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on. Akhil. Akhil, are you the admin of this batch? Can you share your number with me? Akhil, can you share your number? Okay, that's great.
Let me give
I
some
think
time.
you
I'll
understood the
share to you.
importance of Spring Data MongoDB. It is there to interact with the NoSQL database software. MongoDB itself on NoSQL database software, na boss. Yes, guys. Next we got Spring Boot scheduling. What is there? Yeah, in the title only it's there. Array, how to enable scheduling on the jobs. 31st month, 31st of every month, holiday, Sunday, working day, non-working day, salary should be deposited to the employee account. So application should automatically trigger that service, right? Every month, first week, LIC company should find out, okay, which policies are about to mature in this month, get that list and trigger messages to them. Go and contact nearby LIC office. Your policy is what? Matured. LIC is having how many customer? 50 crore customers, right? Okay, there should be an application running internally and picking up what? Okay, all policy matured information and preparing a report automatically every month, first week. Come on, guys. Then scheduling is required or not required? Definitely scheduling support is required or not required, guys. Okay, guys. Everyone, please wait for a minute. I have to update one information for you. People are asking about admin details now. Right. For this batch, who is admin? Akhil. Okay. Copy this, paste it. Yeah, everyone please collect this information. I'm pasting in the chat box, guys. Okay. Offline student, please take the photograph of this. Please take the photograph of this. Yeah. First, try to communicate with him through WhatsApp. In case of emergency, only call him because he is the guy who has to handle nearly 4 to 5 batches per day. Each batch on and average 300 400 student. So if everyone start calling, he cannot give proper service. That's a one suggestion. Another suggestion, you asked something, he delivered, right? Don't say thank you boss. No formalities. He's doing his duty, you are taking your duty, right? No need of saying thank you, you are so nice of you. No adverbs, no biscuit concepts, guys. Fine. So just ask the work, get the work. That's it. Fine. Spring Boot scheduling, you got the clarity, my dear? Come on. Next, guys. Spring Boot batch. Yeah, this is for batch processing. What is there? Okay. Now listen. LIC is having how many record? 30 crore record, 30 crore record or 50 crore record. From there, every month I should prepare one Excel sheet having matured policies information. That means I should have one application going through 50 crore record, okay, filtering the information and preparing one Excel sheet, maybe 1 lakh matured policies information or 2 lakh matured policies information. Come on, guys. There, I'm dealing with a small amount of data or huge amount of data. Am I going to attack 50 crore records at a time, or I am going to take 50,000 each time, batch by batch I will take and process or not, guys? Whatever matured policies are there, that information I will gather, I will try to write into Excel sheet or not. This needs batch processing or not. I'll tell one simple example. I know Spring Boot microservice and I want to share with you, right? Everyone, please remember, listen carefully. I decided to conduct classes 1-to-1. So total how many students are there? Let us assume 500. So 500 times I have to conduct the class now. One day I will die. If not me, my throat will die. Come on. So what I am doing? In a given time period, I am gathering what? 500 students, forming as a batch. How many times I am delivering? One time. But it is reaching to how many people? So am I doing batch processing or not? Same thing. How many records are there in LIC DB table? 50 crore. Yes, na boss? Instead of processing one by one, in each batch, I will take 1 lakh record or 50,000 record. Because if I try to load 50 crore records at a time, system will hang, Babu. RAM memory is not sufficient. Even if though you have SSD, that memory also not sufficient. Project will hang, system will hang or not. So what I do? From 50,000 records, 50 crore record, each time I try to take what? 50,000 record. Okay, I will try to process them. There I will see matured policies. I will write them to Excel sheet. Take another 50,000 record. Again find out what? Matured policies information. Write to the Excel sheet. So don't you think it is called batch processing, guys? Yes or no? Na? This month, one batch I started, delivered to 500 students. After 2 months, one more batch I'll start. I deliver to what? Another 500 students. So am I doing batch processing way of conducting classes or not, guys? Okay, for that one, what is the module we got, guys? Spring Boot batch. In a serious project development, all these are compulsory. Okay, guys, come on. Next one, we got Spring Boot MVC. Spring Boot MVC. For what, guys? For website development. For what, guys? Website development. Using Spring Boot, I can develop standalone application, core Java class with the main method. I can develop websites. I can also develop distributed application. I'll explain. Don't worry what is distributed application. Are you getting my point there, guys? So using this module, we are going to develop what, guys? Websites. Okay. If you are a fresher, you are showing 1 year experience. Once you are in the middle of this topic, you can start attending interviews. Only fresher and 1+. More than that, sorry, you have to complete microservices. You should get good knowledge of microservices. Then only you should go for what? Interviews. Clear, boss? Okay, now listen. Spring Boot data JPA is there now, boss. That internal uses Hibernate. So first we learn Hibernate, then we learn Spring Boot data JPA. You need not to learn Hibernate separately. Clear, my dear? But to develop this Spring Boot MVC based web application, a little bit of Servlet knowledge is required. That I am not going to teach. It is a prerequisite. Not immediately. Before I launch this module, make sure that you got basic knowledge of what? Servlet, web server, Tomcat. Okay, little bit knowledge of HTML, CSS, all this stuff. Till that time, you can manage without having advanced Java knowledge. Maybe you can manage with only JDBC and SQL knowledge. Clear, boss? Come on, everyone. Okay, next. Spring Boot security, guys. What is that? Developing website is easy. Security is very, very important or not. And if that security is coming with the ready-made facilities, easy to implement, you will be more happy or not, guys? Okay, remember me option, providing login page, asking username, password. Come on, storing encrypted passwords. Though someone is having access to database, they cannot understand our password. Are you getting my point there? All these things we should worry about or not, guys? Come on. Super. Spring Boot security for securing the applications. Nothing but authentication and authorization. Okay, fine. Security always talks about what, guys? Authentication plus authorization. Authentication plus authorization. Okay, listen carefully, boss. Authentication, checking the identity of a user. Passing username, password, and checking the identity of user. Authorization, checking the access permissions of a user, roles of a user, permissions of a user. I'll tell simple example. To get into this meeting ID, this Zoom meeting or this classroom, I must submit my identity. You must submit your identity. Authentication. Once I got into this Zoom meeting ID or WebEx meeting ID, as a faculty, my role is what? Faculty. Your role is what? Student. As a faculty role person, I got more access permissions now. I can share the meeting. I can stop the meeting. I can suspend someone if someone is doing overaction in the chat box. Come on. Right? I can unmute him, mute him. I can ask him to switch on his video. Yes or no? Na? I have more access permissions in the meeting, right? Because my role is what? Faculty. Your role is what? Student. You have a limited permissions now, boss. What you can do maximum? You can listen the class. You can ask the queries. Can you do remaining activities? Can you stop the meeting? You can leave the meeting. You cannot stop the meeting. Yes or no? Na? Super. That is called access permission. Okay, one technical example I will put. Bank application is there, mobile bank application. Don't think that employees will have separate mobile application, boss. What mobile application we are using in ICICI Bank as a customer, they also use same mobile application. But compared to our main menu, their main menu is bigger. Why? When they log in, their role is what? Employee role. Within employee, clerk role, manager role, so many roles will be there, right? Based on the designation, nothing but role, right? They get more and more option to operate. When I log in as a customer, I will get less option to operate, right? That's why don't think that ICICI Bank employees will use separate web application, separate mobile application, and customers will use separate mobile application. Both use same mobile application. In our menu, we'll get less items to operate. They get more items to operate. We can check only our balance. They can check anyone balance. Come on. We have a privilege to check only our own account balance. They have a privilege to check any account balance. Is it not interesting, Babu? That is nothing but security, authentication, and what? Authorization. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Next one. Spring Boot REST. What is this? Spring Boot REST. For RESTful web services. What is there, guys? For RESTful web services. That means you need not to learn web services separately. This course also covers what? Web services. This course covers Hibernate. This course covers RESTful web services. Okay, what is this, sir? Standalone application means specific to one computer, will be operated by one user at a time. Yes or no? Na? Calculator, standalone application. Supermarket application, standalone application. Yes, boss. Desktop game, standalone application. Web application through browser, global accessibility is there or not there? Then what is distributed application? The application whose services can be accessed from another application. What, guys? The application whose services can be accessed from what? Another application is called distributed application. For example, you take Bombay Stock Exchange application. That is there somewhere in Bombay? Come on, guys. That is linked to Jiroda. That is linked to Sherkhan. That is linked to Motilal Oswal. All these are mobile applications now, boss. Some of them are giving websites now, boss. Mister, go and wash your face. Not you, not you. He knows. Go. No problem. It happens. Night batting now. Reels. Go, go, go. No, don't be shy. While learning, keep shy aside, egos aside, false prestige aside. You have to yourself. Go and wash your face and come back. It happens. But only the interesting part is my voice is not that much soothy, but still he is getting sleep. That's what I'm worried about, right? Okay, fine. Everyone, please come back, guys. Bombay Stock Exchange application. That is one server application connected to what? Multiple mobile applications and websites. So using these applications, end users are doing trading or not? They are selling the stocks. Yes, they are purchasing the stocks. So lot of business activities are happening or not? Website means browser is the client, right? And distributed application means what? Browser is not the client. Other software applications are the client. Are you getting my point there, guys? The application whose services can be accessed either locally or remotely from different types of application is called distributed application. One more example. Master, Mastrio, Visa, all these are payment gateway companies, guys. They allow us to use credit cards and debit cards worldwide, boss. Come on, my dear. Tell me, the server application of Master allows to use its services from Flipkart.com, which is a website. Amazon mobile application, which is a mobile application. Come on, guys. Swiping machine, which is a embedded system application. Swiping machine, right? Come on, my dear. We can use, we can connect to Visa application or Master application from what is that exact word I should say? Exact word I should say. If you go to some restaurants, guys, if you go to some restaurants, okay, there will be one small kiosk, small tab kind of thing. Without going to counter only, we can order the food, we can get the tokens. I think anyone visited Taja Hotel, which is there in Amirpet? Taja Kitchen Ra. Visit. It's a good hotel. Okay. It's a good hotel. You will get authentic Karnataka food. Okay. Super. Right. That is not the question. Without going to counter, there is a small tab kind of thing. In the tab only, we can select the item. We can do payment. Yes or no? Na? That is called kiosk. What is that? Kiosk. So I can communicate with the credit master application from the kiosk device or not, guys? Like this different, I can communicate with the master application from ATM machine or not, guys? So now tell me, master is one server application. It is allowing to use its services from different types of applications or not? Flipkart.com website, Amazon mobile application, okay, swiping machine is an embedded system application. Software is attached to the device, right? Embedded system. Are you getting my point? Next one. Kiosk is what? Another embedded system application. ATM machine is what? One machinery that is on IBM mainframes. What is that? ATM machines are based on what? IBM mainframes. Are you getting my point there? To develop those distributed application, web service is one mechanism, guys. What web service? Web service is one mechanism. Are you getting my point? Okay. So using Spring REST module or Spring Boot REST module, we can develop those web services application. Indirectly nothing but distributed application. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Super, guys. Wait a minute. Here I will write something. The application that is specific to one computer and allows only what, guys? Only one user at a time is called, what is there? Is called, not, guys, standalone. I'm just writing everything, boss. Using Spring Boot, I can develop standalone application, websites, distributed application. These are the three kinds of application we can develop. Okay, example is what, guys? Class with main method. Come on, next. Calculator. Next. Okay, man. Okay, not that. I'll give desktop game. All these are what, guys? Standalone applications are not. Super, guys. Next, the client server application. What, guys? Server application where server application is website and client is browser to generate the request and to get the responses is called what application, guys? Web application. Okay, server is a software application which is website. Client is a browser and browser generates the request, website gives the response. What is the example, guys? nareshit.com. Technically, I will launch more exclusively. Next, nareshit.com. What is there? Flipkart.com and etc. I know you are very intelligent about websites, right? Yeah, yeah. The server application, okay, that allows different types of local and remote applications as the clients. Local and remote applications as the client. Okay, client to consume the services of the server application is called, what is there? Distributed application. What application, guys? Distributed application. Okay, guys. Example, what is there? BSC application, Bombay Stock Exchange. Next, payment gateway. What is that? Payment gateway application, Master Visa application. Next, ICC application, International Cricket Council, who maintain cricket scores, guys. Come on. But are we going to use ICC directly? No. We go to crickbuzz.com. Crickbuzz.com is linked with what? ICC. So that means this ICC also allowing different website, different mobile application, different devices to communicate and to get the live score or not, guys. To communicate and to get the live score or not, guys. And etc. I know you are intelligent. Okay. Already you got the clarity, but one thing I want to give diagrammatically. What is this application, guys? ICC application. What application? For cricket scoring. What scoring? Cricket. Perfect? Yes. Yeah. What is here? Its services will be used by crickbuzz.com website. Crickinfo. Dream11 mobile application. Come on. Dream11 is there, na? Okay. Next. Its services can be accessed from OTT application. OTT people also will do telecasting or not, guys? Netflix, Amazon Prime, all this stuff. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Super, guys. So this is services are used from one type of client to different types of client. Okay. In between them, network will be there or will not be there? Definitely network will be there. Yeah, tell me here what is there? Crickbuzz.com. Crickbuzz.com. Next, Dream 11. What is there? Dream 11. Okay. Next, what is that? OTT application. OTT what? Netflix. Okay. We use Indian brands, guys. Hotstar. But it is not at all hot. Always old movies only. Aisa no na. Only in the name it is hot, guys. Actually, we should say cold star, right? Or cool star. Okay, fine. Budget is problem. Netflix is worldwide, na? Fine. Okay, mobile application. Right. What is this? OTT application already there. Yeah. See, services are used by browser or the other software applications. I think so far you might have heard standalone application, website, distributed application. Today you got the clarity. This is only layman terms. More technicality I will talk later, right? Standalone, specific to one computer, allowed to operate by one user at a time. Yes or no, boss? That's great. Next, website, browser to software application interaction through internet. Browser to software application interaction through internet. Okay, next, distributed application, application to application interaction, software application to software application interaction. In this, which is distributed? This is distributed, not the clients. Clients are not distributed, Rababu. This is distributed application technically. This is distributed application. Okay, can I say this is a network, guys? Can I say this is a network, guys? Come on. This communication is happening or not, guys? Yeah, for arrows. I hope you got it. Okay. So final statement I will give. Okay. Web applications are, okay, C2B applications. What is that? Tell me. Customer to business. Array, Flipkart.com, directly operated by customer only, na? NareshIT.com, directly operated by customer. Here, customer means student. Okay, customer to business. Okay. Distributed, come on. Applications are, can I say B2B, guys? B2B application. First of all, tell me, ICC application is connecting with what? ClickBuzz. ClickBuzz also one business entity. ICC also one business entity. Are you getting my point? For ClickBuzz, customer is there. For leave it, that's not a big issue. But ClickBuzz to ICC is always what? Is always what? I want reply. Business to business communication, right now, boss? Okay, forget about this. Flipkart.com is talking to MasterCard application. What is that? Two business entities are talking or not? Customer talking to Flipkart.com is C2B. Flipkart.com talking to MasterCard application is what? B2. I think you convinced it, guys. Simple way. Standalone, one computer, only standalone application. Website, C2B application. Distributed application, B2B application. Business to business. Okay, now feeling what I learned in Core Java, nothing, na? because we are going to develop all these application. So that means your serious application development starts here. Check it out. We are developing websites. We are developing distributed applications. We are talking to SQL database software. You are talking to NoSQL database software. We are doing batch processing. We are doing scheduling. We are enabling security on the application. All these are real requirement in the project development or not, guys? That's why these frameworks are hot cake in the market, Rava. They have not become hot cake just like that. Okay, guys. Next. Spring Boot Cloud. Yeah. For microservice. Today is not the right time to talk about it. Microservice architecture based applications. Yeah. Microservice architecture based application. Actually, to learn microservices, web services is the prerequisite. That's why first we are learning web services. Followed by that, we are learning what, guys? Microservices, right? Okay, one day I will spend exclusive time on what? Microservice architecture. It's not too early, but it's a best architecture as on today. What is there? Best architecture as on today. I will explain. This is not the time to talk about. It's the latest architecture, best architecture. Okay, next one. Spring Boot actuators. What, guys? Spring Boot actuators. And some ready-made services are there. We are going to enjoy those ready-made services. Okay, ready-made services. Okay. Yeah, listen. There are actuators, boss. If I run first actuator, I will get how many objects are created in my project. What is the JVM memory current status? I get the heap memory information. I will get JVM memory information. I will get information about all the threads. I'll get information about all the processes. Every information I can get it. What is the use of it? Based on that, I can manage the project nicely. Na? Heap memory about to reach max size. We'll try to kill unnecessarily services and we'll make memory free or not. All of a sudden project collapsed, guys. Then we'll see these services, why it is collapsed. Oh, memory full, stack full, threads are died. We try to analyze the problems or not, guys. Spring Boot actuators. Okay. Next. Spring Boot AOP. Aspect-oriented programming to develop custom services. I'm not happy with ready-made services. Similar services I want to develop on my own. With more modification, more customization. Then we have got what? To develop custom services. To develop what? Custom services. These are ready-made non-functional services. So you take a project, guys, banking project. Withdraw money, deposit money, transfer money, open account, close account. These are called functional features. They are the main features of the project, right? Getting objects count, getting heap memory information, getting what? Threads information. These are also part of the project. But do you think they are functional features? They are non-functional features, right now, boss? Ready-made non-functional features are there where? Spring Boot actuator. Custom non-functional features will be used where? Spring Boot AOP. Got it, guys? So what is the point I should write? Deals with non-functional features. They are part of the project, but they are not main operations of the project. They are the supporting operations of the project. They are not primary logic, they are the secondary logics. You take Naresh IT. Faculty, students are the primary logics. Because of this training is happening, right? Admin 1, admin 2, admin 3, lab facilities, all these are what? Secondary feature. They are not functional feature. They are what? Non-functional feature. They are important, but they are not primary. They are what? Second. I hope you understood, guys. Okay. Deals with what, guys? Non-functional features. Deals with the non-functional features. Clear, my dear? Yeah, next. Spring Boot JMS. Spring Boot Apache Kafka. Spring Boot Apache Kafka. Spring Boot Cache. Here we are going to learn Redis Cache. What, guys? Redis Cache. Okay. Yeah, first let me list out the topics. I'll talk more on these topics in next class, right? Okay. Spring Boot AI integration, artificial integration. These are the latest topic, guys. Next, Spring Boot WhatsApp integration. What, guys? WhatsApp integration. How to use Spring Boot with what? WhatsApp. How to make Spring Boot. Next, Spring Boot mail. How to send email messages using Spring Boot. At the end of business transaction, nowadays we are getting SMS message and mail. Na? How to do that, right? Okay. And how to send WhatsApp messages from Spring Boot application. How to go for AI integration, right, boss? Yeah, tell me next one. Spring Boot OTP generation, guys. What is this? OTP should be generated, it should be validated, right, boss? A real project, boss, you are at the end of this course, if you have a small team, you can develop your own Flipkart.com. Because all these things are happening in Flipkart.com or not. Are you getting my point? Yes, boss. Tell me next one. Okay, design patterns. What, guys? Yeah. Okay, design patterns. So best practices. I'm not just there to develop the code. I want to develop the code in a best manner. I'll talk more on these things in next class, right? I'm just listing out the topics, my dear, nothing else. Okay, lot of design patterns we are going to develop. Okay, mini projects, guys. Mini projects, okay. 5 to 6 mini projects we are going to develop as part of this course. Okay, using coding standards, right? Come on. Yeah. Sir, what about the big project? Huh? Big project, separate course is there. Java real-time project. 4 to 5 months course. In front of you, I will do live coding of the project by applying DevOps setup, cloud setup, okay, UI setup, complete real-time scenario, right, boss? No learning there, only utilization of technologies will be there. Here, mini project, in JRTP project, major project, main project. Everyone, Akash, I hope you got it. Right. Applying design patterns. What? Applying design pattern. Next. Applying design pattern. Okay. Applying best practices. 1 minute. Applying challenging solutions for challenging problem. What, guys? Solutions for challenging problems. Challenging problems. Okay, guys. This course does not include JRTP. JRTP itself separate course. Vipul, JRTP itself separate course of 4-5 months, from requirements gathering to project delivery and deployment. I am going to do in front of you using cloud setup, DevOps setup. Okay. So that is a separate course to attend. This course is only for what? Spring Boot and microservices. Once you are in the middle of the course, you can come for that course. I only take that course, guys. You can happily come for it. Fine. Advanced Java is not a prerequisite. Basic knowledge of JDBC is sufficient, but you can learn online or you can start in parallel batch. Okay. Tell me, 15 plus Java real-time tools, guys. As part of this course, we are going to learn what? Maven, Gradle, and Git, SLF4J. What is that? SLF4J, and etc. Like these many topics we are going to discuss. In JRTP, how many projects we'll explain. There we study 3 mini projects, 1 main project. 3 mini projects, 1 major project. Okay, that's great. 15 plus Java real-time tools, guys. Come on. Okay, next 10 plus common topics. 10 plus common topics. What do you mean by common topics, guys? Resume preparation. What, guys? Resume preparation. Next, what is there? Interview tips. How to cheat a software company. That's what we are going to learn by showing Gap as experience. Yes or no? Na? Okay. Next one. IT industry. I'll conduct session on IT industry, right? IT industry. Knowing about IT industry. Fine. Arranging projects. Explaining projects. Like these 10 plus topics are there. Arranging projects, explaining projects. Like these 10 plus topics will be there. Everyone getting my point there or not, guys? Super. It's comprehensive course, keeping 4 plus 5 plus years experienced people. I designed this course. You are going to benefit like anything. But you have to do 3 things. Come to classes regularly. Okay. Do practicals regularly and submit the assignments in time. Remaining everything else, you leave it to me. This hands has got 20 plus years of experience. Okay, in both teaching and what? IT industry. I have my own startup company. I'm consultant to 2 MNCs. So you leave it to me. That part you leave it to me. Your job is what? Come to classes regularly, attend classes regularly. And if you miss one class, before coming to next class, read the document and come. Don't come just like that. Missing class is okay, but missing content is not okay. Fine. Do it like a machine. How you prepared for MSET engineering entrance test. How you prepared for what? Any other entrance test. More than that, you have to put the efforts here. Why? If you clear engineering entrance test, next 4 years education is decided. If you clear IIT entrance test, next 4 years education only decided. But if you study these courses sincerely, if you clear interview, if you get into industry and if you are surviving, next 30 years of personal life and professional life will be decided. Sir, professional life decided, I agree. How personal life is decided, sir. We are all, most of us, middle class and below middle class. Any rich guy is there? Okay, don't do friendship with him. Especially at this junction of career building, stay away from rich kids, rich friends who throw money on the parties, who take you to here and there. He never allow you to pay single NP. Every time you only spend the money. It looks good, but he is spoiling you. All of a sudden, one day his father calls, Beta, enjoyment is over. Come and take over our business. He will leave. By that time, you are habituated to want quality life, branded life, right? So far, he's spending money. You never felt what is what, right? All of a sudden, he leaves by giving hand to you. What is your position? Na garka, na gatka. Yes or no? Na? Already your standard of life is increased, right? You cannot go below that par, right, boss? But you don't have money. You never taken courses seriously, life seriously so far. What happened? You will attempt suicide. I have seen 1-2 cases like that. At this junction, stay away from rich kids. If they say, Kamra, I will take entire expenditure. Wait 1 year, I will spend on you. But 1 year, don't disturb me. 6 months, don't disturb me. Are you getting my point? And another one, opposite gender attraction. That is again too dangerous. At this age, at this time, if you spend time on opposite genders, right? They will definitely reject because you are nothing now. On your head, if someone keeps a 2000 rupees note, no one purchases for 100 rupees also. Because you are nothing, have not settled, right? Because of your current position, 2000 rupee also losing its value. Why girls should like you? Yes or no? Na? Settle down in the life. In companies also opposite genders will be there. Everywhere will be there, right? Then maturity, quality, professionalism will be there. At this age, if you waste the time, nothing will work out. Okay, you people, all these are scrap now, not settled, no clarity in life. Whether settled or not, no guarantee, right? Okay, so that's why you get the job, get into industry, you will get what? Eligible bachelors. These are uneligible bachelors. Aisa no na? I'm telling to both people. So, no opposite gender attraction, no friendship with rich kids. Okay. Don't stay hostels in a long time. In a day, 16 to 18 hours, you should be there in Naresh IT campus, either attending class or doing lab. Either attending class or doing lab. If someone wants to meet you, they should come and meet in the lab only, not what? Outside. Make it like this. Why results will be negative? Results are definitely positive. When you look back, you should not feel, how should I have tried more harder? You should feel, I tried, I got the success. I tried my level best. I'm not getting job because market is dry. I may get job in next 1-2 months, right? That positive attitude should be there. You should not never feel, I would have tried more harder. I should have tried more harder. My friend got job, my sister got job, my relative got job. They tried harder. You should have tried more harder. That feeling should not come. Array, subjects are very easy, boss. After arrival of framework, nothing you are doing. Everything is done by them only. You need to guide them what to do. That's it. They're more easier than what? Technologies and languages. Fine. Thank you. I think other batch students are waiting outside. Online student, can you put your queries quickly? The level of mini project of GRTP course, last mini project of Spring Boot might be different or same. No. Here mini projects are different. Their standards are different. Right, boss? Okay. Here mini project standards. In that course, mini project standards are different. Already I continue Sarled. Grijesh, you can come for this course parallelly. No problem. Any other queries, guys? Right. I'm uploading notes to Facebook group. Will we provide assignment daily? Weekly 2-3 assignments you will get. Weekly 2-3 assignments you will get. Because for every assignment, some time frame will be given to complete. And I'll check also. I don't just give assignment, I'll check also. And you will get punishments also. Be ready for that. Okay. I upload to Google Drive, not now. Once registration formalities are completed, I will upload to Google Drive. Till that time, we have to take from what? Facebook only. Right. Listen, first Saturday, Sunday holiday, I have to focus on existing batches. Next class will be on what? Monday. Last 4 5 topic, I just written the topic names. Okay, I will talk more on them in the next class. Then next class, straight away subject, we'll start understanding what is language, what is technology, what is framework. Then we will get into Spring Core module and we do programming it. Thank you guys. Yes, I'll upload your 618. What's your batch code? Next class is on Monday, boss. Next class is on Monday. Exception handling your own can attend this post.